समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थसाधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणे नमोस्तुते नारायणे नमोस्तुते. Okay, so I am very excited today because the value for today is creativity. And the guest speaker that we have today is going to take us to an amazing ride of creativity and imagination. So I think it's a good idea to keep our pen and paper ready so that we can take some pointers. Also, we have exciting activity coming up, which will also require pen and paper. But first, let's hear the story of Ma Kushmanda, who is the embodiment of creativity, and take blessings from her. I request Brahmacharini Anupama Chaitanya ji to enlighten us with her story in her most amazing style. Anupama ji, we welcome you.
Hari Om. Thank you, Akanksha. The fourth day of Navratri, as we all know, we celebrate and we worship Ma Kushmanda. Now, what is the truth behind Ma Kushmanda? Let's know about her story. So, Ma Parvati, yesterday she was Chandraghanda, so she was alert, she had love filled in her heart, and she was expressing love which she had for Shiva. So we knew how did they do time pass? Shiva and Parvati sat together, they exchanged the ideas, they talked about the highest knowledge. So that was their time pass. And sometime it used to happen that Shiva used to go for retreat. Shiva loves meditation. So he used to go for retreat for sometime days and sometime months together. He would not be there at so to say home, but Himalayas, where they were staying in the cave. So Shiva would not be there. Ma Parvati would be alone, but not lonely. Remember, alone and being happy with one's own self is something great. And if we know this, we can be happy forever. Because we always seek company. And now also, if we see present situation, it is exactly like that, that we are all locked down in our own homes. And many people are asking, when is going to end this? When are we going to get out of the house? But those who are creative do not have such question. Those who are creative and want to do something, they are actually very happy and they feel this lockdown is blessings indeed. So did Parvati Ma, because her heart was filled with love. When love is there, creativity is natural because mind is at peace. And also you want to express your love in different ways. So more the love, more you're creative. So that way, Ma Parvati was enjoying her days even when she was alone. She was happy. She learned to be happy even when alone. Uji Gurudev said very beautiful thing that if you cannot enjoy your own company, don't thirst it on somebody else. So let's enjoy our own company like Ma Parvati. So Ma Parvati was enjoying. One day she was just sitting and she thought, I'm a mother and I need children. I need many children. And she thought of creating universe. There was nothing. It was dark, absolutely dark. She took, with all love, she created Kushmanda, the cosmic egg. Small, and Ushmu means hot, and under means the egg. So she made the cosmic egg. And from there, she started creating universe. She just smiled. just smile. And that smile created the universe. You might think, what is this? But this smile is the greatest thing. And if we would have also observed that when we have a smile on our face, everyone wants to look at our face. We also want to look at our face, smiling. So, smile is something very, very important. She created this universe with a smile, means with a joy, with love. So, she created universe means we are part of universe. So, she created all of us with joy and love. So, we should not cry and sit down. We should also smile. So, let's smile together. And she looked at that Pushpanda with a smile, and she gave the glow which she had to that Pushpanda, glow like sun, and the universe was created. She created the various powers, which was like she created from her half of the face, she created Mahakali, and from half of her face, she created Mahalakshmi, and from the center, she created Mahasaraswati, and she created Lord Vishnu and Mahalakshmi also, and she created Shiva and Shakti also, and Brahmaji and Saraswati also in the universe, the great universe which we are living in. So that's how Mother created this universe with all joy and love, and gave us also that gift of smile. And if you see, only we can smile, no animals can smile, right? Only in smileys we see animals smiling. Only human beings can smile. So if you are human, please don't insult yourself. So let's. That's how Mother created universe. The story is so short, but there is a lot to say. Now, if we see the mother's form, she expresses her love towards all of us in different ways. She, first of all, she is so beautiful and charming to look at it. So just by looking at her, we feel enchanted, and there is peace in our mind. More than that, she is holding different things in her hands. And we sometimes surprisingly ask, what is this all? You know, like our all gods and goddesses, they have many hands and they have something or other holding, I mean, in their hands. So there is a reason behind it, the way they express their love towards us, very creatively. So Ma Kushmanda, her form, if we look at it, one hand she holds, the most important thing she holds is Amrita Kalasha. Amrita Kalasha is immortality. Okay, so it says that we all are immortal, but that Amrita Kalasha is not easy to get. If you are close to mother, yes, it's easy. It is easy. But for that only, she has all the other hands. And there, what she is holding, one hand is lotus. Lotus is a sign of knowledge. So she's ready to give us that knowledge, which is that we are nothing but immortality. I mean, immortality is our nature. So that is the Amrita Kalash. She is ready. The lotus is the knowledge of that immortality. Then she holds certain weapons also. And before that weapons, yeah. How do you get knowledge? She holds Japamala so that we can focus, we can have concentration. And with that concentration, we can achieve that knowledge. And the Kamandalu signifies simple life so that our minds are focused and not gone here and there, and we can focus on the knowledge. Now, other hands have got bow and arrow. The hand has gada. One hand has got the chakra. What are these for? These are for naughty children. Means if we are not walking on the right path, mother just bangs us ahead with gada. So whenever in life we come across some difficult situation, just look at mother. Is that her gada? Because she wants you to look at her. So sometimes she bangs on our head with gada. Even if we don't listen with gada, then she has bow and arrow. You're not listening. I'm telling you, my child. So then she's like a little more angry. And if you don't listen, then she's ready with her chakra. So she tries her best to explain her children, us, that walk on the right path and you will reach to the immortality, you will reach the infinite bliss, you will get that joy which is permanent, eternal, and you will be happy forever. But if we do not listen and go here and there, then she tries to correct us. And that is also love. Because sometimes we understand love means only pampering and love means only hugging and cuddling and all those things. Love doesn't mean only that. The ferocious Durga Ma is also love of mother. That that anger, that valor is also her love. So mother expresses her love very creatively with different weapons and different ways to convince us, to bring us close to her. So let's pray to Ma Kushmanda that may we also be creative in expressing our love for everyone, because love and creativity, when it is channelized to the higher, that brings ultimate joy. So let's pray to Ma Kushmanda that may we be blessed with such creative love. Hari Om. So we are fortunate enough, and it's a blessing that we have today with us Srimati Rama Bharadwaj. Who is she? She is a classical dancer. All the 9 rasas, may it be Shringar, or may it be Karun, or may it be Bhayanak, or may it be Adbhut, or may it be Bibhatsa, or may it be Shant. All rasas would have found their expressions and fulfillment in her stories, in her writings, in her extraordinary choreographies, which are amazing. So she is a gem at Chinmaya Nadabindu, which is the only Gurukul which offers unique courses across the world, and amazing to be part of it. Moreover, she is a devotee of Puja Gurudev, and that's the best part of the Mama. I had a privilege to spend some time with her, and she's just excellent. Without a further delay, I would invite now Ramama. Ramama, we do not have actual flower, but we can still welcome you with a flower of love. Hari Om.
Creativity is the topic of the day. So, how creatively can I talk about creativity? Well, how about this? Creativity is like an onion. Did I catch your attention yet? Good. So, what do I mean by that? Creativity is like an onion. Well, I find that creativity cannot adequately be described by just one word or phrase or even sentence. Why? Because creativity is like an onion. Several rings and layers of attitudes, perspectives, traits, and feelings combine to give substance to this spicy blessing called creativity. So, creativity is like an onion. Now, I am going to suggest some of these layers to you based on my perspective as a performing artist. And you think about what ring or layer you can add to it. Quietude. Creativity does not make a loud appearance. It whispers through an aha moment. And when it does, the artist must be alert, aware, and confident to receive its inspirations. If there is too much mental noise that intellectualizes everything, the creative moment gets lost in the maze. Quietude. Intuition. And this is the quality that awakens us to move beyond our comfort zone. This intuition is like a muscle, and whenever it appears, if we do not pay attention to it, and more importantly, if we do not use it, It'll get weaker and feebler and atrophy, just like a muscle. So, beware and be aware of this layer: intuition, imagination. This is the quality that helps the sculptor see a deity in a plain block of stone. But imagination alone does not lead to creativity. It only sparks ideas. We must execute these ideas to step forward beyond the imaginative zone and into the creative zone. As George Bernard Shaw said, you imagine what you desire, you will what you imagine, and you create what you will. Imagination. Being present. What do I mean by that? Well, creativity manifests in the now. It does not wait around for perfect time and place and circumstance. As a matter of fact, it shows up mostly when external factors are not ideal. Here, I'll tell you a story about a lighting designer in the United States who found herself in a crisis. Minutes before the curtain went up, a gobo projector, which was supposed to project a rippling water effect in the back screen, stopped working. Did she panic? Not a bit. She took two handheld torchlights. Lighting designers always carry torchlights with them. She wrapped them with colored lighting gel paper and had two stagehands hold them diagonally against the back screen while her assistants gently fluttered the screen. And voila! The lighting effect of a rippling water was somewhat interestingly duplicated. Now, that is being present. Inspirations. Creativity has a divinely inspired quality that leads to revelations, very much like the instance that made Archimedes exclaim, "Eureka!" when he discovered the law of buoyancy in his bathtub. This has happened to me several times during choreographic moments. For example, I was once creating a dance based on a Shanti mantra, and a movement idea came to me, and I choreographed with it without knowing what it exactly meant. It was only days later that I found out that the movement idea that came to me was actually a ritual action used in tantric worship. And it also happens to me when I write scripts. Words, ideas, thoughts, and images come to me and astound me and make me wonder, did I write this? The answer is no, I did not. It was written through me by some cosmic intelligence. And this frequency is available to all of us to tap into. We just have to be humble, empty, and open to receive this gift of inspiration. Surprisingly, it is not the extraordinary that gives us inspirations, but by learning to look at the ordinary with a slowed down gaze, we breathe into it a new prana, a new life force, by giving it new definitions, new meanings, and new understandings, thus turning that ordinary into an extraordinary. That is why it is called inspiration or breathing in. Now, I'll tell you a story to illustrate this idea of discovering new possibilities in something that is ordinary. And this fable-like tale comes from the 33rd chapter of the Natya Shastra, and it relates to the designing of percussion instruments. Once, sage Swati went to the river to fetch water during the monsoon season. As torrents of rain fell on the lotus leaves, Swati stopped, looked, and observed that this coming together of the rain droplets and the lotus leaves was creating sounds of high, medium, and low pitches. On returning to the hermitage, the sage drew from this inspiration of nature and created mridanga and other drums. Inspiration. originality. I use this word not in the way in which it is usually understood, as never before seen newness, but the way I like to describe it. Originality really means returning to the origins and recreating from it. Perfect example is a story from the Natya Shastra about how the theatre arts came into being. The story goes that Indra and the Lokapalas, or the guardian deities, once approached Brahma and asked for a new body of knowledge or a new Veda that could be seen, heard, and enjoyed by all. So, Brahma went into meditation and, drawing the essence of the already existing four Vedas, poetry from Rig Veda, music from Samaveda, gestures from Yajurveda, an aesthetic element from Atharva Veda, he fashioned a new Veda of theatre arts, Natya Veda, and he imparted it to sage Bharata. In this process of Brahma's creation, we see the quality of originality, not in the sense of creating something from nothing, but in the sense of returning to the origins of the Vedic heritage and refashioning a new concept from it. And look at the creative boldness of Brahma to adapt the guarded Vedic knowledge for mass enjoyment, and how ingeniously he did it. And this story of the origin of the theatre arts also stands as a perfect illustration for the other rings and layers of our onion: quietude, intuition, inspiration, imagination, and being present. So, when all these layers combine, they give us the ability to think outside the box, a term commonly used to refer to creativity. That word, think. Swami Chinmayananda used it often. Think, he would say at the end of a statement. So, today, I'd like to finish my presentation on creativity with that word, think, but through a fun poetry by the famous children's author, Dr. Seuss. Think left, think right, think low, think high. Oh, the thinks that you can think if you only try. I am Rama Bharadwaj, and my buddy, the onion, and me wish you a happy Navaratri, and may you be blessed with all the layers and rings of the creative force.
Thank you, ma'am. That was definitely amazing. It was mind-blowing. I am definitely motivated to explore my creativity, and we'll give it a try. We'll try to think in a while. First, let's see a presentation prepared by one of the members of Chinmaya Yuva Kendra.
And there was darkness everywhere. Devi Kushmanda created the universe with her smile. She is the ultimate energy who is behind the creation of the world. She is the embodiment of divine light. She not only illuminates the world, but also empowers the universe. The light and aura of all the living and non-living beings are only because of her energy. Even the sun god too is governed by her. She also holds this universe in her womb. Thus, she is known as Jagat Janani or Adi Shakti. Kushmanda means the one who has created the universe as a little cosmic egg. She has a divine form which is beyond words. She has 8 arms. For the protection and welfare of the living beings, she holds weapons and various objects in her hands. She gives vision, and she is the embodiment of wisdom. As Devi Kushmanda has created this world, artists today should create art which is inclusive of divine creativity. The artistic creation should be with the wisdom and vision of directing the masses to create a better tomorrow. Hari Om.
That was beautiful. Amazing presentation. Okay, so time to try something new. So are you ready with your pen and paper? I am ready. Okay, let's get our mind thinking now. I'll give you an activity to try. What you have to do is you have to draw yourself using a circle, a triangle, and a rectangle. You have to draw yourself using these 3 shapes. And the fun part is you have to draw it with your non-dominant hand. For example, if you're a righty, you have to draw with your left hand. If you're a lefty, you have to draw with your right hand. Okay, so let's take a minute to do this. Now let's try drawing the same image with our right hand, as in mine is, my dominant hand is the right hand. So try the same image drawing with your dominant hand. You can upload these images on your Facebook and tag us. Tag Chinmaya Mission Ahmedabad with the hashtag Navashakti Fest. So it is actually proven that when you try your non-dominant hand, it activates your brain and boosts your creativity. So I'm sure if you haven't, you should try because it's a great fun. And you can also take this as a task for today. You can try doing your day-to-day activities with your non-dominant hand, like scrolling your mobile phones, which we are mostly doing, using our gadgets with the non-dominant hand, or combing our hair. Maybe we can try these activities. So maybe after a week, we'll explore our new selves. So we can try these things to enjoy. Okay, so let's pray to Ma Kushmunda to bless us with creativity. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhiropena Sanstita Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha Namastasye Namo Namaha Namastasye Namo Namaha. I hope you enjoyed today's session of creativity. Okay, so let's end our session here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.